Hello, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Johnny Baghead, as always, and happy Friday. I don't normally stream on a Friday, but it is a Friday, so that's what you're getting. Yeah. So why didn't I stream Thursday? It wasn't too bad of a reason, but I just was really tired. I think I hadn't been sleeping great, and I didn't sleep much the night before, and also because of my disability, I usually need some amount of help sorting out food before I start stream. If that isn't clear, I have dinner before I stream because I stream late for me, but it makes more sense with how my chronic pain is and how scheduling and stuff is around here. And because of that, it was really late, and I was worried that I'd be too tired, so I'd only play for like a bit and then have to stop stream. And I want to finish this game, and I think I could do it in one stream. So it was just better for me just to take the break, just have an early night. And so we're here. Hello. Yeah. So what we're doing, we're finishing Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Because there really isn't much left to the game now. I did a tiny bit off stream, but not a story. I literally just I loaded up to see where I was, moved so I was closer to where we're going to start today, and got a little bit of XP off stream, but I have not touched any story missions or side quests or anything like that. Just hacked a billboard, which I gotta say, looking at it, I did not remember how hard it was to get to some of the billboards. In my memory it was easier, but some of the requirements are really strict in terms of you really have to analyze the environment and do some pretty tricky jumps to get some. One even, as far as I could tell, you could only get to in the same route to get a secret bag, and the secret bags so far have been in some really out the way spots. Some that it feels like you have to do weird movement exploits to even get to, but that can't be the case. Doesn't make any sense. But hang on, I'm gonna move the mic a bit. There we go. Just make sure it's picking me up well. But yeah. But we'll get back into it. That's the wrong scene. I'm sorry. There we go. You take a day off and everything just it just goes. Alright. Just gonna just my monitor here. There we go. Alright. So yeah. So we're gonna go talk to Dogan. Bear in mind, it says this is a story mission, but this is probably not. It's probably just a cutscene. I think at this point I've basically been to all of the optional areas. No, I'm not 100% sure. Because there's a lot of areas like you can get to, we went to these buildings, but you can literally only go there for a story mission. But we are late into the game now. The big conspiracies out there about what the conglomerate's trying to do. It's been revealed that the adopted daughter of the main bad guy is our sister. The mentor got killed. And also, now that I think about it, I got reminded of what it reminds me. I remembered what it was, where the story goes. The like main kind of radical resistance pulled a fucking BioShock Infinite both sides thing. It's a weird, it seems like a random comparison, but well, I'll say this now if you're live watching the VOD. Spoilers for Mass Effect Infinite, there's a character who becomes the leader of the resistance against the, like, obviously, like, classist, racist, people of Colombia, the you know, the floating city. And when you hop into one of the dimensions where they're like overthrowing the place, you get to like the leader tower, and the main lady is like, "Oh, I've got the daughter of the industrial guy. I forget his name, but there's a guy who's like in charge of the industrial sectors." And she's like, "Oh, because he's related, I have to kill this kid, and it's justified in blah blah blah." It's obviously like a fucked up thing. And I think it got a lot of slack at the time, because it definitely felt like they were trying to both sides or equate this character to Comstock, and it was weird. And it was so weird that the fucking DLC retconned it, that the only reason she does that is because the twins, the like weird dimension, you know, reality hopping twins, told her that that was like her place in destiny because it affects Elizabeth. But this story very much feels like that, when it's, you know, there's the Black November have the daughter of Kruger, and they're just like, "Oh well, we've got to kill her," even though, you know, she's got no responsibility in like. And even when you point out, it's like, "Oh, that's actually my sister."
We have good news and bad news. We found a way to disable reflection.
Oh yeah, we've heard this before.
Yes, but we'll need Kruger's own grid print to do it. That's the bad news. I can't get it. He must keep it on a separate network. And until we do, our hands are tied. We'll update you if there are any changes.
And I had a vague memory of that they were gonna do the, "Oh, this resistance side are just as bad as well," which it feels like a very weird approach for a story when the conglomerate are so like, again, they literally want to put nanomachines into people that turn them into robots that don't have free will.
Celebrity visit.
You gonna break my legs now? Might as well get it over with.
You should finish what you started. Then I can have your legs broken, if you want.
There's nothing to finish! Noah is dead! My mom worked on Reflection, and now my sister works for Kruger.
Ah, yeah.
The odd one out.
And the employees are embracing Reflection as if it were a long-lost friend. A new world is coming, Faith. There will be no room in it for me, or you. Unless, of course, we stop it.
We can't stop Reflection!
On the contrary, I heard we can. I had a little chat with your...
I still don't know what this guy does, aside from this kitchen. And he's been threatening us.
Yeah, there's no way to get it.
Not even for a top runner? I happen to know that Kruger maintains a private apartment in the View, where you can access the entire Kruger family network.
Break into Kruger's private apartment? There's no way I'd get past security.
I'm sad to see I was wrong about you. You can see yourself out.
Wait, what? That's it?
What else is there?
Ah, he was loud. They've not explained what this is yet, by the way. I'll give that criticism about the story. There's a lot of information that you don't know.
I once knew a young woman who would defy anyone and anything, even me, in order to do what she felt was right. But you're clearly not her. You're broken. Take the drawing and go. And don't show your sulking face here again.
Like, we still don't know what's up with that.
You care for what's right.
When it coincides with my interests, why are you still here?
Because you're wrong. I'm not broken.
Prove it.
I will.
I should look that up, like what Dogan's supposed to be. Because he just seems to cook.
Plastic. Faith needs guidance to Gabriel Kruger's apartment in the View.
I mean, that's fine.
Faith, I've updated your beat with the location.
But all that shit about,
Possible
oh, we owe
access to
him.
private network from there. That way.
Owe him what? Like, it's still not explained. Why? Makes you start to think it's all in that fucking prequel comic the loading screen keeps telling me about. Which, Anne, if that's the case, that was a mistake. And it's weird, because the story is still a lot better than Mirror's Edge 1,
Kruger's
but...
apartment is even harder to get into than the docks. There's only the helipad on top and the main entrance below.
Oh,
And diverting the people
I'm
like
surprised I was
Plastic
able to get away with that.
They've changed their comm protocols and it will take.
Let her run.
Oh. Okay.
Alright,
I'll leave you to it.
so where are we going? Alright, we'll run there.
For our deal, Faith.
I still don't know what the deal is. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to the cutscene, and fair enough if that's... Oh. Because that might be on me. Yeah, because if you fast travel a bit too much, you do basically miss on all these opportunities to pick up grid leaks and the like. Haha! Give me these chips! If I remember him right, I think literally what it is that some of the like custom user content, like objectives, you know, you can make your own races and stuff like that. I think the electronics are tied to just that.
Past the outer security screen.
You can get inside through the Malice Art Museum.
There'll be guards there too, but you should be able to avoid them.
Oh yeah, this place.
I'm not looking to avoid them.
I don't understand why people go to art museums. There's no logic to them, and
Art doesn't have to be logical, Plastic.
why not? And what's the
Oh
point?
god.
To inside
Plastic is all those people on fucking YouTube.
Really?
Just like reflection.
No. Reflection induces artificial emotion. Art is real.
Well, I think it's stupid and pointless.
That's fine. That's a reaction too.
Channel lore. I've talked about the time that I was talking on an unrelated video, and that started a discussion with people who are insisting that art can be objectively good and bad and well made. Like, and no joke said to me what Plastic said there. That they thought it was pointless if it wasn't objective. Like, so there you go. Man, that looks like you could have landed on the roof there. Oh, hey.
You there. Submit. Copy that.
Yeah. We have pretty much all of the combat upgrades. The only thing I don't have is some like... Yeah, I know. Is some like damage boosts. And the disruptor upgrades. Haha, chippy, chippy. Okay, cool. We're still getting chips. Ah! It's just really funny. I'm running away from these guys. But every so often I have to steal out on their chips. It's a bit weird how you take damage off of the zip lines, because it doesn't seem to be as based on height as normal. Whoops. Let's see. Okay, I could be wrong, but I think this is story area we're in now. Okay, I am wrong, because look, there's quick leaks. Let me see, how many do they say are here though? Nah, okay, this is not story area. Oh. That's actually a lot of XP if I can keep it. There we go.
We've got a door unlocked for you, base. Building maintenance access on the back.
Oh no, this is definitely not story area. They don't put these things in the story area. That's on me. Oh. Let's see. Ah, there we go. This is the door. Alright. Let's go.
Place is closing. Plenty of Kruger's around.
Best to avoid them.
No. It's time to face them.
I think it's when I'm thinking about it that there's less explanation for why the world's like this. Because in Mirror's Edge 1, the whole kind of point of the story was that the conspiracy, you know, that was going on. Oh. Was to kind of erode trust in the police force and have the private sectors replace them. I do like that. I never got to show it off. You could actually do that in Mirror's Edge 1. Oh, but you had to be very precise, and it was very situational. Oh, hang on. Obviously, a lot of the time they put them like very obvious, like, oh, this is here to let you do this areas. But you might be able to tell, but as long as you press the right buttons, it will hone you in. Oh, I fucked up there. Oh, sorry about that. I'm actually trying to remember. I remember the final mission very well for some reason. It has some like really crazy stuff. There we go.
Alright, I'm inside.
Good. You need to work your way through the building to the top floor. you should be able to access Kruger's lobby if the schematics are correct.
There we go.
Let's make
Oh.
Don't get killed. Kuma will miss you.
And remember, top floor, then maintenance.
Let's go this way. There you go. As long as you have like a decent amount of shield, the gun people aren't like that much of a bother. Okay. That's a random secret. Yeah, I'll be fine. Don't... Nope. Whoops. Excuse me. Just wanted to do another lap. I was just like, nah, I'm not going to avoid them. It's like, nah, that is still the best choice. The fucking nut tap. I love the nut tap. You know what? Hang on. Oh no, never mind. Thought there was like an extra turn off there.
Have reached maintenance.
When you're through, you need to go all the way down again. From there, you...
Oh. Gotta be careful doing the roll sometimes, because it's very easy to roll off of ledges and you don't realize how big they are. But yeah, they don't really explain why
Maintenance.
private companies are in charge of everything in this world.
There, you should be able to reach the lobby.
It's weird. It's almost like, even though it was purposely made as a reboot that didn't follow through with the story of Mirror's Edge 1, that some of the world building of Mirror's Edge 1 carries over.
Have reached maintenance.
When you're through, you need to go all the way down again. From there, you should
There we
be able
go.
to reach the lobby.
The guards in Kruger's apartment are reacting to the commotion in the museum. Looks like they plan to intercept you in the lobby.
Let them try.
Because with the way they talk about the conglomerate and the family stuff, it kind of even sounds like the Krugers are like more of a mafia than anything else. I think it's funny that just by doing moves you can recharge. Oh shit. Alright. You know. That's a cool jump.
Once you get through, you might be able to climb the elevator shaft to the apartment.
Kind of interesting. Okay, there is a bag around here
There
though.
has to be another way.
But oh. makes me think it's probably on top of one of these.
It's madness up here. I was on my way to see Noah when it happened.
What happened?
They're raiding the lair, Rebecca. I've never seen so many Krugers like in one spot. Not since the November riots.
Oh no. Noah?
I wouldn't get my hopes up.
Did you see Faith? Or Icarus?
I don't think they were there.
Oh. Ah, sorry about that. I was probably paying too much attention to the audio log. It's cool you get them, but they probably... Oh. Oh, I'm not,
Once you get through, you might be able to climb the elevator shaft to the apartment.
weird, it didn't save it.
That's
Okay.
stupid. There has to be another way.
Has to be another way. Okay. Oh. Oh no, get shot still. Actually, I don't even know how I got hit that first time. Okay, okay. I'd rather just skip everyone here if I can. This kind of shows you though that
Once you get through, you might be able to climb the elevator shaft.
keeping your shield up.
There has to be another way.
That's quite a cheap... Okay, yeah, I should have done that a bit earlier. That's kind of a cheap way to keep your Oh! Whoa! Whoops. Clipped our head through the wall there. I remember that.
Go in the main elevator.
I remember that. I think that was an issue in the demo.
Okay.
Guess they never fixed it.
Means you're in the clear. For now.
It's a weird issue though, because that's like
I'm sick of hiding.
default animation.
Kruger still has no clue why I'm here anyway.
At least not yet. And Plastic thinks she can tunnel into the system and download the grid print without him noticing.
I know I can. He'll never know we took it. But Faith needs to connect me.
Oh, okay. Oh, just random fish.
Fancy.
Faith, you want to connect to Kruger's own terminal.
Oh, this is his whole
Apartment has
place?
a home office from what we can see
He
on
doesn't
the
even have a
internet.
front door. His elevator just opens and it's there. Why is that even there? Oh, it's like a... That is weird. Like, I'm trying to think of this place as like an actual apartment, and I don't know why there's a hole in the wall there. Yeah, there's gonna be a secret in here.
That thing on?
Yes.
All right. Just so I know when my words are being immortalized.
Found his office.
Place the shotgun, and I'll copy the grid print to it.
Alright.
Shotgun in place.
These desks are cool though.
Connecting.
That are like half
Got it. Now get out of there.
desk, half monitor.
Faith goddess. Wherever I turn, there you are.
Oh shit, it's Andrew Wilson.
I should have recognized you from the first time we met. You and your sister are quite alike.
She doesn't know who I am anymore. You brainwashed her.
I raised her to the best of my ability, provided her with an excellent education, and taught her how to lead. It's what any father would do for his daughter.
Except she's not your daughter, Kruger. Wasn't it enough to have our parents killed? You had to take Cat too like some damn trophy.
I saved her life. You left her to die, remember that? As for your parents, they were unfortunate casualties. Those were chaotic days.
I was there. My mom defied you, and you killed her.
Your mother was a brilliant scientist who refused to change with the times. It is fortunate that she is survived by some of her research.
It's
yes.
like you're just
Security to
confirming
enslave
it.
everyone.
You understand little and know nothing, Faith. There are things here at stake far greater than your self-centered, myopic view of the world. This is your doing. The only language you and your kind speaks is destruction. Stay where you are.
Not the big graphics card tower.
Faith, the explosion messed up the security system. I got the terrace door open. Get out of there before the VTOLs arrive. There are several drones around. Maybe you could ride one of those down. Are you out? You need to get down through there.
Just hang on.
Considering how often you do this, they really like doing this. Oh. Man, it would be cool if they somehow incorporate this into like actual gameplay.
On the ground. Finally.
That is very good to hear. Bring the grid print here. We'll wrap the reflection virus in it, and then we should be good to go.
Then maybe Icarus can leave. Kuma thinks it's crowded here.
I'm sure Icarus will be happy to get out of here.
Where did they come from?
Don't you run! Got that one of them.
But I'm a runner. It's in my name. What am I supposed to do? It's in my blood. Ow. Alright, we leveled up. Let's see, is this the... Yes. That's a great one to have. Okay, can we fast travel yet? Okay. So funny enough, we were like almost out of there anyway. So there's a jet around, so we should. Oh. Okay. Well, well, that ended the alert. Okay, yeah, let's just fast travel from here. But how long the game takes to reload when you die, surprisingly the fast travel time is not that bad. I kind of wonder why the world is so segmented, considering, because it definitely feels like it was a streaming issue. Like, yeah, that took about as long as it takes to No, I do notice a lot of time when you load in, the lighting isn't loaded in properly yet. Oh, he took his sunglasses off. He's serious now.
Oh, it hurts.
I'm sorry. In a few rare cases, the gestation process can be a bit uncomfortable.
It's like the inside of my spine is itching.
An itch doesn't hurt.
Kuma help induce comparative pain.
No.
I have the grid print.
Thanks, Kuma.
Faith, we need to merge Kruger's grid print with an anti-shutdown protocol before the shard collapses.
Why does it matter if the shard collapses?
Because Faith has to go up there and insert the virus.
Oh. Hey, how you holding up?
It burns.
False statement. No combustion detected.
Seriously?
Whoa. The grid print really gives us access everywhere. What do you want? Known Amistad operatives, Kruger-Def exotic weapons, Project Ares.
Reflection first. Focus.
Kuma.
It shouldn't be long. We'll contact you when the virus
Where's
is
Kuma?
ready.
Where's Kuma's Edge? The
It'll be
spin-off
soon.
series, huh? I'll say I did a good job on Icarus, because at least based off the first game and the way the first game kind of plays out. Oh, got another one of these. Okay, where would be the best place? Probably here. We'll do this first. That's kind of going to be the plan. Like as side missions unlock, we'll do those first. Because again, the main reason to do them is to get XP from them. But again, if we look at my my upgrades, I only have like a couple left to get. Like we'll look. Yeah, I have 3 here. And I have 3 here, though this one you can't even get until you've beat the game. And you consider like how much optional content there is. Like if I scan out and you look at all those icons, you know, like the security hubs, the deliveries, billboards, the dashes, the fragile deliveries, and that's not including as well, you know, the grid leaks and the cards you pick up everywhere. Oh, hey, it's that guy. Let's see, which way are we going? Alright. I think that's what I kind of mean when I talk about this game and something the open world design. Like they put so much of this stuff here that, you know, outside of the oh, interesting. We must have never done that. But yeah, outside of getting that ghost content. And again, it's not that interesting for how much there is of it. We won't do it. I find with the billboards, they're I don't think they're that interesting to watch because a lot of them are just you have to figure out the kind of obscure path to get to a place. Oh yeah, this one. We couldn't get this earlier. Let's see. I have all the running abilities now, so I wonder if I have enough to get this. What happened there? That was weird. I got like pushed to the side. Yeah, I'm getting bonked on something. What is that? Is it because I'm hit? Oh, I see. I notice with a lot of these bags, they do put them in like some very odd places. What bothers me there is it looks like you should be able to grab on to these little ruts and you can't. This one actually confuses me. I don't actually get how you're supposed to...
One more Metagrid run, and I'll have complete access. Can you do it, Faith?
I don't get how you're supposed to do this one. Oh, okay. I've done it the wrong way. Hang on. There we go. Interesting, you can come out this way as well. What would be up this way? Nope, nope. Nope. Goodbye. As much as I like some of the new movement options, I have noticed it's very easy if you're not super precise with some of the inputs to do stuff like that. Like if you just happen to be holding a certain button at a certain time. Definitely if you're holding forward, you have to make sure to like let go of all directions. What is up here? I'm trying to think why you would even come up here. Because I just don't see anything. Unless that was like an alternative way to get to that bag. But to me it looked like, no, you have to get the bag to come up this way. Also, this rooftop looks very Mirror's Edge 1 to me. Let's see. The only thing I could think of is that this would be a... Oh, well, there's that. There you go. Gotta get our chips. God, there's so... Again, there's so many of them, and they don't do anything. Nah, not even. That, like, yeah, that billboard's there. See the hackle billboard, but you don't get to it from here. Odd. Alright. Let's just, It's cool to be this high up, though. I will say that's maybe a bit of a problem with some of the design. It doesn't feel like you're on rooftops all the time. It's just kind of like, for some reason, these rooftops have, like, cities on top of them. But there's no lore about, oh, there's like an upper world. That would be cool, actually, if that's how they played it off. Like, oh, I forgot the name of it, but, well, Final Fantasy VII is like the famous one. With, Midgar and the plates. But also, Deus Ex did that. Deus Ex Human Revolution did that in Hong Kong. Where they started building... Stop scrolling my grid print, man. What the fuck is going on? Okay, well, let's restart. Because I fucked that up. Oh, interesting. It's very telling when you restart which way they point you. That usually means that's the way they want you to go. Let's see. That's cool. It was a bit weird for a second there, these cars were moving at a lower frame rate, but whatever. Also, yeah, it's not being touched on much, but flying cars do exist in this world too. We just never see them. Okay, I think for this, I need to... Yep, there we go. I do like these. These are cool. Okay, well, that's wrong. Because they have a puzzle element of, well, you have to get them all in a certain amount of time, so you have to figure out your route. This one, though, is really high. Let's, get our chip. I think that is what these are for. It's just if you get enough of the electronic parts, they unlock, this stuff. If I look everywhere. Because, yeah, there's some of these are for finishing missions, hacking billboards. There you go. See, look, 60 electronic parts. A lot of these I've got because it doesn't matter if you, reset your save. Okay. From the looks of it, to get this highest one, I'm going to have to do the step jump off of there. Alright. And then... There we go. And then, because you actually do have a decent amount of... Oh, no. That isn't how you do that. Oh, okay. I see it now. No, I've got to run on the wall and jump. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that. Okay. So yeah, if I... Then we can get this one. And this one should just be... Oh shit, there's one more. Oh, there is. Oh, there's more than one more. Shit. Okay. There's a weird amount of content in the kind of the middle to near end that I just don't remember. I actually, before this playthrough, before we got to the first one of these, I completely forgot that this was a mission type. Yes, there's two over there as well. Okay, well... Man, there should be an easier way to get that one. That one feels like you have to go out your way to get it. And there's one there. And there's one there. Okay. I'm sure we could do this. We could do this. God, the hitbox on that is weird. That's better than the hitboxes being too small, though. Hold on. Oh! Okay, that was the last one. Well, I know how I could save time, because I'm doing this start a bit way too slow. If I just hug the wall here. There we go. I still think this is the best thing to do here, because I could do the step-up jump to gain more height there. Yeah, the hitboxes on these are actually deceptively bigger than they would appear to be. There we go. Yeah, you're welcome. Alright, is there... Nope. I actually don't know... Actually, no, hang on. If I go in here... This might be close to all the submissions if that isn't it there. There's one thing admittedly I do not remember is how many... I did look up how many missions there were, story missions, so I knew this was going to be the last stream. I think there's like 2 more. What? Or 3. 2 or 3. Stop scanning my grid print, man. Also, we kind of saw it with some of the side deliveries and missions we tried. Some of them are really hard as well. It almost feels like that's what a lot of the content's there to do. It's like, okay, well, this is the really hard content, so that's where we'll put some of the unlockables. I wish it was just actual cosmetics, though, and not weird Runner Ghost ones. Because if you don't do any of the multiplayer content, you don't see any of it. You know what? This is a mission I do remember, actually. Weirdly enough, I did not remember quite a few missions. Whoops. That's weird, because I don't think I hit the jump button there twice. But, I guess I did, because I did fly off, so, yeah. But yeah, I must have to stand on the pole there.
Good, you're there. Connect to the console I've marked for you, and I'll tunnel in. Once I start spraying the hubs, you'll have to be fast getting to each one. Just so you know.
Do. There we go.
I'm there. Connecting you.
Here we go. Go to the next one. Hurry!
I'm gone.
No, you're not. Faith.
Nobody ever appreciates the complexity of what I'm doing.
Okay, fair enough. This honestly feels like this could have been a submission. Considering it, you know, this all takes place in pretty much open world stuff. It's just those towers were not available before.
Damn it. KrugerSec have noticed something's up. They sent a patrol to the second hub.
There we go. Oh, time that run. There we go. This is a fun one though. Maybe that's why I remembered this one.
Connecting.
Perfect. I just got us some more time.
I think that's probably the side content. Is a lot of it's repetitive, and this feels like this could have been a one-off side mission. This is just reminding me how weird it is that you have to unlock the tuck. Because there's a lot of times where jumping and tucking is the faster way to get over objects. And it feels counter. Heck, I think in Mirror's Edge 1 there were like some areas of the game that straight up felt like it was required. Oh. Yeah, but look, I have to wait. I don't really have a choice here, do I? There we go. I wonder how you're supposed to get up to these if you're a maintenance worker. I guess using these flying fins.
Plastic, is there anything you can't do?
Of course. Lots of things. And after all this, I will need to stay off the grid for a while. Everything I do leaves a trace, and sooner or later the grid watch will catch on. Even if they are stupid. I knew it! They're trying to ambush you. Get away from their face.
I'm on it. Oh, it's an interesting area. What is actually down here? Oh, this was totally an area as well. Wee-hee. God, that roll is like... I don't know if it's technically faster or not, but it's more dangerous than anything else. Right, let's oh. Guess they don't have the type that run after you like Mirror's Edge 1. Guess maybe that would have been too annoying with this design, but they were one of the scariest things of just hearing their pitter patter coming after you.
They lost you, Faith. Well done.
There we go.
Afraid you wouldn't make it, but I never doubted you.
Alright, let's see. We can either get one more disruptor or... Let's see, one of those screens. Might as well just do it this way. See, this is where it definitely comes off like, oh, this upgrade tier is kind of pointless because these are just the same upgrade. Like, these upgrades are just extending the same idea. Like, this is literally just increased damage to each class. These are the same effect twice. These are the same effect twice. These are all just health ones, stuff like that. Same with the disruptors and things like that. So I think the game would have been better served to have you know, a Metroid style thing where it's like, no, you find the upgrades in the world. Because earning points just for a perk that just does the same, you know, the same thing as before. I think it's also why I like a lot of character action design. Stuff like Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, things like that will do with upgrades. Outside of the like health and Devil Trigger upgrades, you're getting upgrades that they aren't just, oh, this does more damage. When you're buying upgrades, it's new moves and then it's modifiers to said movesets. You know, stuff like, oh, here's Stinner, which is the like forward dashing move. If you upgrade it, it goes further. And I think that style of upgrading is more rewarding than just, oh, this you know, number goes up. I probably could have just fast traveled for this one, but I just wanted to run around for a bit. Again, even if the open world does have design issues, I do just like traveling around the map. Kind of like reminds me of Crackdown, where a lot of Crackdown that I've played is probably post-game, there's nothing left. Which was an issue with that first game of just, yeah, once you beat the game, like most of the enemies disappear and there's nothing to really do. So they did patch that eventually to kind of help there, because you could just reset the game but keep all your stats.
You know that? Damn it, it's her, isn't it?
Ah!
Fire face of consequences. It's her, all right. Send the enforcers. Send in the enforcers. I thought I was done for. Thanks.
I can't remember if there's actually any point to that, or if those are just... I could be wrong. I think there's a set amount of those in the game, actually.
I'm over here.
Yeah, but... You know. Like, you see what I mean? Like, we're supposed to be, like, on rooftops, and we are, but for some reason the rooftops have, like, full-on livable areas on them. It's a bit weird. Like, and, you know, maybe you could say in the lore, it's like, well, actually you are running around on livable areas, they're just up higher. But then, obviously, it's devoid of life. And there's no, story reason outside of areas that are under construction why it's so empty. Which is weird. I guess it's more for variety, because if the whole game was on these kind of, like Mirror's Edge 1 looking roofs. Because obviously in Mirror's Edge you go in and out of building types and all that, but it's all because the story's linear. There's always like reason for it. That'd be more work here. Oh well, at least he's got his sunglasses on again. I'm sleep with my sunglasses on. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is like the next to final mission, if not the final one. Oh, oh, oh.
Tensile property testing initiated.
Don't encourage him.
I was sleeping.
Whatever keeps him busy.
Is it ready?
Of course it is. Didn't we say so?
There's a console in the main control chamber in the shard. Upload the virus there. It'll permanently corrupt the carrier signal and cause the reflection nanites to go inert.
You just need to get to the top. The rest will take care of itself. More or less.
Simple, right?
Right.
It'll be the greatest run ever.
If I live. Well, there's no time like the present. Any last advice?
Don't die.
What she said.
I'm trying to remember if there's any explanation by why the shard... Like, we know why the shard got blown up.
Come on, girl.
Because you can guess. It's like, oh yeah, no, it's those Black November people. But it's a story point that happens, like, completely outside of our characters, and no one's even really talking about it. I'm trying to remember. I thought the stuff with the Black November was kind of resolved, but now I'm not so sure. I thought there was like one more. Huh. We'll see. It's weird again what I remember and what I don't. Which way are we going? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I think that's why, like, aesthetically, I prefer the first game's look.
Head to the Zephyr Transit Hub and get on board somehow.
I'll drive it.
We also disabled the safety override system, so it should be a smooth ride all the way to the Shard.
I think that's another reason why I think a Metroid progression could have worked, because Metroid progressions are really good for, you know, if you're good with the storytelling, you can do stuff that's more environmental storytelling, and you can have a world that looks vast and interesting, but justify why there's no one around. No, I think with Mirror's Edge, the better thing would have just been to find a story, you know. That's funny. That's literally how they hide this area. It's just down a fucking vent. Weird. I remember there being like one more mission before this, but fair enough. Maybe that's like a post-mission cutscene I'm thinking of. Yeah, it literally just faded to a load screen there. Alright, well, I think this is the final mission then. Oh yeah, this must be like a whole completely separate map. Yeah. Oh hey, there we go.
According to the latest tally, almost 500,000 employees have already signed up for Reflection. First adopters now number in the tens of thousands. It's a complete success.
It's messing up the grid.
It'll mess a lot of things up.
I was wondering if there was going to be a bit like this, because Mirror's Edge 1 had a section like this.
Experimenting with the emotional influence parameters on a mass scale, all bets are off.
Sort of a pity we won't get to see it.
No, it's not plastic. Glass is just the testing bed. If Reflection is successful here, the conglomerate will make it mandatory for all employees in Cascadia. It will eradicate what little personal freedom there is left.
Okay, I guess I didn't know much about the world in Mirror's Edge. Because I guess, like, it's not set in, like, English Earth? Because Cascadia is, like, a country, I guess.
Looks like they're evacuating.
Only a few. They still seem to think that the damage can be repaired. Stay on the move, Faith, but watch out for damaged areas. The glass there might be brittle enough to break under your weight.
Yeah, I remember this. This feels like the mission they put the most work into, because a lot of crazy stuff happens here.
There. Going up. And here we go.
So now they know I'm here.
They were already at high alert following the bombing. They'd shoot at anything.
Yeah, I guess the Black November stuff just never gets
Expect the control chamber to have some sort of security in place.
touched on again.
Been unable to find its parameters, so you should assume the worst.
Wish I could be there with you. Figured I'd drop in on the party. Glad to see you're doing good. I can't wait to get Reflection out of my body.
It doesn't work like that, Icarus. The virus will corrupt the carrier signal, which will disable the nanites, but they will still remain inside you.
It's chilly up here.
That's due to the change in air density. I just looked it up. Oxygen content will go down as well, but that's not a serious problem below 80,000 feet. And you won't go that high.
What if they shut down the reflection carrier signal before I get there?
From what we can see, they still expect the building to remain intact. Some have evacuated, but many remain.
They're
There we go.
stupid.
Oh, we might be wrong, Plastic.
Not a chance. I've done the calculations twice.
Plastic, have you ever been wrong?
No.
You'll need your mag to continue upward. See if you can find an attachment point somewhere.
Oh, that's a big fan.
You should be able to ride one of the blades up.
You coming?
Use the mag to attach to it and just...
Nope. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember this bit. Yeah, this game needed more crazy stuff like this. There's like, yeah, there's a bit where you ride the drones, but it pretty much just a mission end. Like, yeah, obviously you're not in control in a lot of those, but just weird, interesting ways to move you around maps. Kind of set pieces. Alright, let's commit murder, shall we? We're wanted murderer now. Look, there we go. That's so fucked up. That's clearly why they put people there. That's to give players an opportunity to fucking throw them off the building.
You can go through one of the fans, Faith. I'll shut it down. There. Hurry.
Oh,
Their firewalls are a joke.
it's like the...
My sister could hack through them, and she's even more stupid than Kuma. Damn it. What? I lost a phone. Must have hit by falling debris. This section is not stable, Faith. Dropping where you are, Faith. You might not.
But one thing I do remember is, though the mission has cool moments, I remember it, yeah, a lot of it, you're not doing a lot. Huh. Okay. Well, there you have to pay attention, but I do remember there being a lot of this kind of... more cool to look at than to do. But we'll see. We'll see. It's, you know,
Their firewalls are a joke. My sister could hack through
been a
them.
very long time
She's
since
more
I've
stupid than Kuma.
done this. Though I would pick up the game and kind of... I'd load the game up every so often and kind of just run around the map, do the open world stuff. I don't think I'd replay the story missions ever. Oh, that's why I was rushing. I wonder if you were quick enough if you could, let's see. Yeah, like, this definitely feels like the mission they put the most weird ideas into, because you don't do stuff like this in pretty much any other mission in the game. Oh. Oh, that was weird. That was not great. I don't know why I did a wall run there. Didn't think I was aiming even close to it. It's like, that's the downside of the wall run being more forgivable in this. Like, you can jump. Mirror's Edge 1, you had to be, like, quite close, but from here, you can get into wall runs jumping quite far away from walls.
Some sort of atrium.
Oh, yeah, here we go. This is also what I mean. Like, a lot of the story areas you go to feel like they could have just been as part of the map, but this feels very distinctly different. And I wonder if this was the only area to really they could do this, because
I've seen this many trees before. It's beautiful here.
you load into the map separate.
Most employees don't know it, but fresh water is fast becoming a valued commodity in Cascadia.
That's too bad. The rest of the city could use a bit more of this.
Use the vent at the top.
Yeah, yeah. This is the best level in the game. It's just a shame it's the really interesting looking areas are like starkly different. Okay, I was able to jump out of that vent, and I don't know how. I'm trying to think of like the logistics of that. And but I'll take it. Oh, let's wait. I'm noticing those don't make a lot of sense. They're clipping into the pipes here. But that's fine. Probably didn't need another section like this though. Oh shit. Oh well. I couldn't actually see where to jump from there. Ugh. Okay, you can actually get up these quite quick if you just... I think that was the one I didn't do last time. Yeah. I was curious, can we see... Okay, there are recordings and secret bags in this level. I wonder where they would be hidden, because there hasn't been areas to look around. Oh yeah, here we go. The level where you like blow up the, you know, there's the big pendulum bell thing. That was one of the really good levels. Okay, well, I guess that's our explanation for how the Black November people got in here to blow this up. That was a risky fucking jump I just did. Okay, I'm just gonna go up here, yeah. Just trying to figure out, because it kind of looked like there was a secret ledge there. I think if I was to ever redo the missions and try to get all the collectibles, I'll just look them up in a guide. Because outside of the secret bags making a noise, a lot of the recordings and stuff like that, there's no cues. You just have to kind of go into random areas outside the beaten path. Which is a little counter to the kind of always flowing structure. But yeah, I think this mission as well was cool, and it kind of reminded me of like, man, if most of the game had areas like this where you did more grapple stuff, it'd be really cool. This is pretty much outside of going across like big chasms or like crossing parts of the map you can't get to. This is the only time you use it, though. The main difference is more if there was more freedom with it. Because obviously you're going set places here. Like when you're swinging, you don't really have to aim. Oh. Oh, oh, oh yeah, this is definitely not a level where it feels like you have much opportunity to look around for stuff. But again, it's such a cool idea for something. That's why I always insist this guy. Oh god, what was I supposed to do there? This is why I think this game has a lot of lost potential and why I still enjoy it despite the problems, because oh, okay. Okay. I guess shit. How? Wow, that was a really far wall run. Alright, but it looks like if you constantly jump, you don't lose... Man, it might actually be a bit quicker. But it didn't break any of the floor there. Oh, well, at least we got a checkpoint. There we go. But yeah. Well, this is just a zip up, so obviously there's not much control here. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, okay. Interesting you can make it over here, but there isn't anything there. Oh, I see. It looks impossible, by the way. Like, look at how narrow this is.
There's a huge hole in the wall here.
The explosion tore off one of the roller plates. You might need the mag to keep going.
There we go. I just saw a running bag, by the way.
You're getting close, babe. Plastic is trying to open the elevator doors for you, but see if you can find another route meantime.
You've got a question about it.
That's a cheeky one. No, no, no. There we go. Sky City. What's Sky City? I thought we were in a... Oh, this place was called Glass or something. I like this. I like the idea that, oh, water's actually becoming a rare commodity, but we've got, like, our own waterfalls in the building. Actually, that's quite fitting, actually.
Oh, whoa. Plastic! I need those doors open! Now!
I'm doing my best.
There's K-Sec everywhere!
I said I'm doing my best. The doors are open. There, they're open.
That was a fun one.
Hope she made it.
I made it.
Yes. Kuma's cheering you.
I'm glad we know what's going on with Kuma, because I was worried. You know.
Faith, Dogan here. You should know that I too am tracking your progress with great interest. And then throw in another offer for you. Destroy reflection, and I will give you the drawing. I considered canceling your debt, but then you'd have no reason to come visit.
We still...
You know, a position which Faith has been craving for some time.
God, now we're just finding out about this?
Still no signs of general evacuation.
What about Kruger?
We're not even sure he's in the building. Could be he evacuated just in case.
Like, doing this bit also kind of reminds me of, I do like this is technically on the map, though. Like, they actually do show where this is on the map. But this reminds me of, like, one of the coolest things about the original Crackdown was getting to the max agility level, though you could actually kind of... There's a way to cheese it to do it without. But it gave you, like, the highest jump in. And with that, you were able to get to the highest point in the map. Something like that would have been cool if it was, why are we... Did I do this wrong? Was I supposed to have gone down? Guess I was supposed to go down. I'm not so sure. Yep, definitely not. Okay. Alright, alright. Weird. Wait, is this where we came from? Oh, it is. Isn't it? Oh god, we're all glitchy there. Yeah, I guess if you want to, you can just backtrack. Nah, okay. A lot of this does remind me of that, the agency tower in Crackdown 1. Okay, now I am supposed to go up. Oh, weird. You have to jump there.
A reached the top. Quite a view up here.
That's it, I give in. You are the better runner, Faith.
You're certainly correct. The console you want should be in the command center just below you.
Okay, it's smart to make this be the final mission, but man, it would have been a lot more interesting if we had just been able to come up here whenever. Oh yes. Yeah, I keep forgetting it's that weird side plot that she's got some sort of lung condition. It's come up a few times, but I actually don't know what its relevance is to the story. Oh, look at that, secret bag. But there you go, we got everything for this.
I'm here. There's a console here.
I get the feeling you unlock those in order though.
Rip out the stat drive and the virus will do the rest. And you should probably expect some guards to show up any minute.
Alright. Here we are. Yep.
As I suspected. What do you hope to accomplish here?
I'm giving people the right to decide things for themselves.
Oh, Faith, hasn't it ever occurred to you that people might want reflection?
They just want the pretty lie you're giving them, not the ugly truth.
Oh, yes, the truth is always ugly, isn't it? As you should know. It's your mother's work that you intend to wreck, after all.
She never wanted this. You perverted everything she ever stood for.
What do you know of her reasons? You were a child. You're still a child.
To be fair, we don't
Destroying
actually know.
everything around you. I promised your sister that I would capture you alive. Submit and you won't be harmed.
Never.
We actually don't really know much about her mother in this. But how much more story stuff there is in this game. Oh, okay. God, these guys are actually tough. Oh, did the dash not work there? Oh, careful, careful. There we go. There's one of you. Oh, you pretty much can't get, unless you do the like stun hit. There we go. You can't do the light attacks on these guys. I think that's the first time we've had two in a row, so that might be the only time we'll ever see it. Try to outrun the runner. Oh. Oh shit.
I should have had you killed with your leech parents.
You've lost Kruger. Your control ends here.
Reflection is not about control. It's about survival.
For you and the other families, maybe. It's time you all withered and died.
By destroying Reflection, you're dooming your dear sister as well.
I'm setting her free.
Hardly. Isabel has.
Oh, so here's the relevance of this story.
With Reflection, we've managed to keep it at bay. Destroy
You're
it.
lying.
Am I? Am I lying? You almost managed to kill her once. Why not just go finish the
Stay
job?
back!
Everyone around you dies, Faith.
Says the guy responsible for killing them.
You're the one to blame.
No, like obviously.
You killed my family. You killed my friends.
Okay, yeah, she's calling him out on his stupid villain speech. I was trying to remember if there was actually a boss fight with this guy, but
What the hell are you waiting for? Stop that thing and kill her!
Cat!
Here's the thing, though. Okay, the reflection is the nanomachine thing, right? It doesn't have to be tied to reflection. It should be on its own system, surely.
Talk to me.
Whee! Wait, are we even going the right way? Oh, we are. I guess she's a runner too. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that's lucky. It's got a lung problem, but she's like...
Stop it! I hate you!
Jesus Christ, they are just dancing Virgil again, aren't they? Got dead parents and everything.
Stop it, Cat! My name is Isabel!
It's a cool cutscene. It's a shame it's like not running at a stable frame rate, but we'll blame the PlayStation 4 for that.
Your name is Caitlin Connors! You're the daughter of Erica and Martin.
She said that while being punched in the face. That's...
And my sister. I have no sister. You left me! Cat! He said you died in the riots. With Mom and Dad. I cried for months. And then I convinced myself that you never existed. It was the only way. He killed our parents! I saw it! And he's killed hundreds more for the sake of reflection!
Isabel! Come! We're leaving!
You don't have to do what he says, Cat! You are your own person!
This has gone on long enough! Fire!
No, no, no!
Oh. Oh, good job, dude. Yeah, I remembered him dying. No, I could see the way they've done that. I would be not surprised if he was planned to come back. Oh no, okay, yeah, he's...
Don't understand. I have to.
I think the problem with this story as well is how much of it is relegated to the audio logs. Because the audio logs we've been picking up are the ones that are showing... Like, no, Kruger literally brainwashed her. Like, you know, like lying about their past. And again, the past we only see in like this, like, broken up flashback, so it's really hard to follow.
And that's how it all went down.
Oh yeah, I remember this kind of vague, weird ending.
I wish I could say everything changed. That the employees rose up.
I hinted at this on Twitter.
Reflection and overthrew the conglomerate. But there was no mass uprising. No riots on the streets. Kruger's sect remained in control. Life went on as before.
Okay, I have to be careful here because I think...
Because something had changed. We'd started something. Something we intend to finish.
Alright. Yeah, so they never explain what's up with the drawing. It's weird when you think about it. Because... Okay, it's what becomes a tattoo, but what did the drawing mean? I remember there being an explanation to it, that it was like embedded code. Like it was kind of like a QR code or something. But they don't really explain it. That ending, it feels like they were running out of time. Because there was like quite a lot of story. But then, you know, the stuff with her, you know, Faith and her sister, that's all relegated to those audio logs. And if we weren't picking them up, you wouldn't see the stuff of like how Kruger brought her up. And the thing with the lump in there, she's like, oh yeah, don't take down reflection because it'll kill her lungs. And you see her like get affected for a second and then she's fine. So, but also, you know, if she's got nano machines to stop her lungs from crapping out, she doesn't need to be connected to some fucking emotional control engine to do that. I mean, I think that's the problem there. Like, obviously he's a villain and villains are like that, but he doesn't feel like a villain who thinks he's in the right. He comes off more like he's just saying it to manipulate people, whereas, you know, he's like not even lying to himself, he's just plain lying. It's a shame, because that final mission's really fun. And then it's like, and then the story just ends. It's really weird. And it clearly, like I hinted on Twitter, like the first game, just kind of ends on a cliffhanger again. Which is weird. Almost in the same way that you're stuck at the top of the building. Obviously you know, they at least moved it forward to say, oh yeah, the story continues. But obviously it didn't. Like, this is never getting a sequel. I really don't think it will now. Because I think EA were like, oh, we need to put the money into this to make this big. And I think they've put money in the wrong way. They probably should have kept it smaller scale like the first one. I don't know. It's a shame. When I play this, I feel like I complain a lot. And there is a lot to complain about. But then there's a lot I do love about it. You know, like, even if the open world is not well designed, just the fact you have it, it is so freeing. Pardon the pun. Because it was the biggest issue I think Mirror's Edge 1 had, aside from the combat just being terrible, was because it was very linear and the nature of the story, you never really had a chance to kind of look around and absorb things in and have a playground. And this was like a half step towards it. It's just, it wasn't playgroundy enough, you know. It's like, it's very outside of a lot of those bags and things like that. It's like, no, there's a set way to do this thing. Still, there's a set way to get around the map. Like, the grappling hook is cool, but it's never like, oh, there's a grappling hook point and then you could go in like 2 to 3 different directions from it. It's like, no, this is just, this goes from one end of the map to the other. And that's it. This is weird, by the way. I remember there being a remix of Still Alive in this, but it never played. And I thought it played in the credits. It did get patched out or something, did it? It'd be weird. That wouldn't make any sense, though. But the fact there's, like, no mute... Like, there's not really a track playing here. Actually, wow, those credits are actually a lot shorter than I was thinking. Especially for an EA product. I noticed that they thanked the Mirror's Edge speedrunners there. No, I don't think they made a game they would have been happy with. Oh yeah, the Church's song. That's the one that got me copyrighted because I played it without and then realised what it was. Oh no, here we go. Here's your additional people. So these are going to be like contractors and people outside of the main thing. So there was a lot of people. Oh, okay. Well, I definitely thought I had more of the game left than we did. I guess we'll just run around for a bit, do some extra side content while we wind down. I don't want to finish too early here. But, you know, out of the failure of the Mirror's Edge series to become a proper franchise, a lot of really cool games kind of rose out of the ashes. You know, we have Dying Light. I know some people aren't so hot on 2. I saw someone play it though, and it seemed fine. It definitely seemed like maybe not a huge evolution to the formula that it, you know, to what Dying Light 1 was. And in some ways, it was like they took away some of the stuff that I thought was the cooler stuff, like the day-night stuff seemed a lot more toned down. Maybe they found it too annoying for people. But I haven't played Dying Light 2 myself, so I can't 100% comment. But that Titanfall 2, Titanfall 2, I would say was the best, one of the best, if not the best, first-person shooters campaigns of this gen. It's like it's between that, Doom, and Doom Eternal, I would say. Obviously, I've not played all of them, but I don't think that's a hot take. I don't think any of the Call of Duty campaigns, which were fine, but I don't think any of them, people would argue, got to the levels of those games. And some indie stuff as well. Ghost Runner. There's was it Neon White? That's probably the wrong name, but it came out not that long ago. The like first person one where it has like the card system. That's clearly taken influence from this. It's a weird thing actually when you think about it, that Mirror's Edge itself never really found success. No, I think in this case it's very much EA's fault. Just, I don't mean like the whole company there. I don't mean necessarily a specific intervention. Just more. Man, this is a game I would love to see. I can't remember. I've probably talked about him before on channel, but Mac Muscles. I've been a long time fan of his. Even before the Super Best Friends Play days. Believe it or not, I found his videos around the time that he was first demoing Two Best Friends Play. Because he had videos about the King of Fighters live action movie. And I found one of those on his old channel, The Switcher. And so, God, and that was a long time ago now. But this would be a great subject for a What Happened? Mirror's Edge Catalyst. What happened? Because I believe EA was surprisingly public with it. Even before the game came out, when we still didn't really know what was going to be the sequel, EA openly admitted, someone at DICE openly admitted the reason why it was taking so long, because I think it had already been announced as like, oh, we're doing a sequel, we don't have a name yet, was that they didn't really know what to do. And I think that shows in the final product that someone wanted to do an open world, but maybe like the whole team weren't sold on it, and it feels like they only half went with it, because yes, there's the open world, but there's most of the story takes place outside of the open world. It's pretty much just the submissions, and most of the submissions are just intros into like the like collectible and the race content and stuff like that. There are the grid node missions, those are cool. But I would have liked them a lot more if it was like they weren't inside buildings. If it was just, well, if maybe you could still have them inside buildings, but I would have liked it more if, and I think with most of the game's content, if it wasn't get to this point and hit a button and it starts a mission. I think it'd be if it was all organic. It was all just, hey, explore the map, like, essentially what Breath of the Wild did with, instead of having set dungeons, it had all the shrines, it had all the weird little hidden things throughout the world of just environmental cues to say, oh, this is an objective to do here. Just look around and you can see by looking. And if Mirror's Edge could ever come back, which it, officially no, I don't think EA would ever take the risk again. Because EA just doesn't anymore. Okay, a lot more people worked on this game. Though obviously, this is kind of a problem with credits. I'm noticing we're getting credits for like foreign language options and for the website and stuff like that. It's always weird to me there's an issue where developers who leave a game mid-development, even if it's on good terms, don't get credited and stuff like that. But then games will have like 15 minute credits. And sometimes it'll be, these people didn't even work on the game. They worked outside of the game. Like, fair enough. Hey, I'd rather people get credited or not, but it's like, if you're going to do that, then credit those people who left, instead of crediting the guy who ran the website. Credit both of them. But whatever. But yeah, if we were to ever get a spiritual successor to this style of game, I would do something like Breath of the Wild. Or, no, I haven't played it, but from what I hear, like Elden Ring has this kind of idea. And we'll get to it eventually. I've got to figure out when I want to do it. I have some more stuff to set up with it still. But when we do the Mirror's Edge 1 mod showcase, I would like to do a mod showcase for this game as well, now that I realise there is mods, but it would be a lot smaller of a video and a stream, because they're pretty much... There's no, like, new content. It's all just kind of polishing and gameplay additions. Oh, now we've got louds on, so... Some of the soundtrack was good, but I think overall it was less memorable than the first one. And I don't believe it's the same composer as the first one. They should have got... And I think it was a band, like a musician outside. The same with this game. And I think they would have been better suited trying to get that guy back again, but, you know, whoever it was probably unavailable. Like, there are some decent tracks in it. Like, this theme, you hear it... I think this is a remix of a theme you hear. But most of them, they like don't this one of these sounds like Mirror's Edge 1. I feel like a lot of them don't. A lot of them just seem kind of generic. Yeah, here we go. EA Digital Platform Gameplay Services. I don't think that guy... I don't think these people technically worked on the game. I feel like these are people who just work at EA. But whatever. I might be wrong on that, so fair enough. But yeah, when we do that mod showcase from Mirror's Edge 1, there's a map that I've installed. That is essentially what I'm asking about. It's an open map. There's no set objectives. It's just... There's just a bunch of stuff to do. You can go any direction you want. And I mess with it a little bit, because, you know, I want to go in fresh and not get spoiled. You know, have the fresh impression with it. Just realised my chat window disappeared. Where is it? Well, I can look at it there in case I need it. It's been quiet today, though. Apparently it's open. This happened before. And I swore it was open earlier. It's just, like, disappeared. Oh well. God, these credits are still fucking going. It's the way they're doing them. Like, because now we're getting like a couple of people per page. Jesus, oh no, that's games nowadays. It's not like the 70s when like one dude on a computer would make a game. Heck, you go back like 20, 15 years, it was even close to this. Times have changed. But the bit I messed around with that map had some stuff like that. Of just, hey, get to this building. If you get to this building, you can activate like a little trial. One I activated was you activate a button and it makes a bunch of kind of like abstract shapes, and you have to figure out how to get across them, kind of thing. It looked really cool. And I'm really looking forward to doing that one. But I've got a few more to install. I also want to make sure I credit every mod properly and get links for them and everything like that. So when we show it off, I can point people towards them. Also, I've got to figure some stuff out, because some of the mods I'm able to fit into a mod browser that modifies the menu, so you can, instead of having to replace all the files, you could just load the maps from there. But some of the mods seem to be like, no, you have to replace core files to run these. So for those, I would probably have to like back up the game and then midstream move my mod files out and then insert the mod I want to do, and then have to fucking like like reinstall the game, and then yeah, it's I've got to figure all that out because it seems really complicated. Hopefully it isn't, but we'll see. Yeah, still credits. Okay, EA Shanghai. I wonder what you guys did. What did you guys do? Oh, okay, they did something. Man, a lot of people. Character team? Maybe helping out with making random NPCs and environments. Yeah, yeah. It's the way games are now, though. And that's the problem. These credits are still going. I don't know what else I can say. It's a shame, though, saying, as I mentioned with the mods. There are some interesting mods. Oh, there we go. Now we've got the credits for the cast. Sadly, though, I don't think I recognize any of these names. I wonder if it's something, because DICE are based in Europe, I wonder if it's something where these guys are... That happens a lot. I know it's like if a game is developed outside of America, like the USA, you don't hear the regulars. If, oh, well, you're alone, fool. Fair enough. So there were some, but it looks like the main cast were cast by like a very different area. God, yep. Thank you, Capture Labs. I don't think there was like, you know, look, I'm trying to think about these credits and think about places this game is a bit of a letdown. As much as I wanted Mirror's Edge to have an open world, I will say playing this, I think if they had just done a linear follow-up to Mirror's Edge 1, it, you know, that wouldn't have been like a big change, a step up, but it probably would have been better quality overall, because this game kind of tries to do both, and that's why it doesn't really capture either. Plus, you know, it's made by DICE, and I don't think DICE ever made it an open world game either. And maybe like they did have some like support studios try it. Like, yeah, they make like the big multiplayer maps for Battlefield, but that's not really. I don't think any of their campaigns have really played like that. From the ones I've played, at least, that had campaigns, they tend to be very linear and corridory. But I get the feeling the engine was a big thing as well. You know, it's their own engine, but, you know, it's an engine made for Battlefield. And, you know, EA did that thing when they forced all their other studios to use it. But because the engine was built for such a set reason, I don't think it was greatly suited for doing an open world. And I think that's why you get to certain points in the open world and you can see how, despite it being open, you only have one direction to, you know, there's only one way to get to areas. There's not a lot of freedom. Demon models? What the fuck's that mean? Sync casting? I guess these are companies at this point that just have weird names. There we go. Now we got people who work on the Frostbite engine. Jesus Christ, these credits are so long. Or whatever. Everyone should get their dues here. I'm going to have some water. Good, good. I mean, it's not as much as a cliffhanger as the first one, but it definitely is unresolved as a story. I think it would have been better And yeah, that stuff with Dogen feels very like, oh, we had plans, and then we got to some point where it was mandated, look, you guys have to put this game out. Because some of the stuff being tied to audio logs, and some of that dialogue as well. Like, still, there's that bit where Dogen's like, oh, I'm going to give this picture, oh, Faith will explain why, and then she just doesn't. Maybe it's post-game? But I don't remember. It's weird, because I remember there being an explanation for it. Weirdly enough, I had a fake memory that Faith actually, at one point goes and asks him for it, because the picture contains, like, an important, I don't know why, in my head it was like code. It meant something. And maybe it does, and it's only in an audio log that's mentioned in. And I just didn't pick it up. Or I'm just remembering wrong, I guess. Alright, more special thanks. Okay. Another Frostbite credit. It's okay. Alright. Well, I might... Well, that's the thing. I was going to do some, like, extra running around. Look! These credits are taking so long, my PlayStation 5 wants to fucking turn off. And they've run out of music. There is music playing, it's just it's really quiet. Oh, it's looped. It's this song again. There are some neat ideas, like the online, like, making custom challenges and stuff. Like, there are neat ideas there. We haven't really shown any of that off, and I think that might be... I might have some of it turned off. I have to look. But I might have made that a separate mode or something. Yeah, see, the Origin Live operations team, these credits don't need to be in the console version because we're not using EA Origin. Alright, well, that's a QA team for something. Is it QA for the game? I don't even know. Yeah, it's just looping now. Yeah, this is the point now where I think we're getting credits for people who are like, well, they work at the company, and the part of the company that is running... Like, okay, these people definitely do QA on the game, because that's a lot of QA people. But, you know, a game like this needs a lot of QA. And admittedly, it's outside of some, like, kind of rendering issues you notice on the console. Like, it's not buggy. It hasn't crashed or anything like that. Especially for the time. This was a time where EA was putting out a lot of games that were really fucking buggy as well. So, I think on that front, they actually did a really good job. Like, the most I've noticed is just sometimes, like, textures and stuff don't load in very quick. But I think that's just a... You know, they pushed for 60 on console, which I'm glad they did. Because with the gameplay like this, it really felt weird going back to it with Mirror's Edge 1 and realizing it was 30 FPS. But again, that Xbox 360 version run on Xbox One, there's something wrong with it. We streamed it once, and yeah, it was just... Ugh. I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think if DICE would ever... Plus, DICE has been in kind of a weird spot for a while, though. Like, they had... After Battlefield 1, they've just been really... I wonder if there's been, like, a lot of lead changes or something. Because now... Was it Vince... Zampelli? I might be getting that wrong. The founder of Respawn, who was the, like, ex-founder, I think, or, like, one of the leads of Infinity Ward. He's, like, managing... I don't think he's managing all of DICE, but he's managing, like, Battlefield. Or something. Because with after Battlefield V and was it 2049? Yeah, see, now we're getting the credits for the French cast, which I'm sure they did a great job, but why are they being credited in my version? Maybe that's a union thing. Of, like, they're in a union, so it's like, look, if we worked on the game, we have to be credited in any version. Maybe though, the thing is, I don't know if you can even turn these voices on. I think you only get these voices, I don't know, maybe if you, like, set your console's, like, location. Wow, the Spanish cast was fucking huge. I guess they did, like, all the NPCs, whereas the others, maybe, they just had actors double up. Like, what's going on there? Why do some of the other languages have, like, less actors in them? Oh, Germans, yeah, they did a lot. That's good. That's good. Especially because, you know, the way they've listed this, they've just listed the names in alphabetical order, so we don't even know who these people played. Yeah, it's very odd. I think this is the one that I see that does bother me when I see it the most. Is just, yeah, when games credit voices that you can't hear in your version. I'm curious, though. I do like that's a trend that's changed, though, now. Is it's a lot... most games will just make it very easy to force language options if it's built in. And in some cases it gets, like, patched in, because Breath of the Wild, thinking of that, like, all versions actually do have all the voice cast, but originally you had to, like, change your account to change them, but they patched it in. And I'm glad they did there, because the English dub, it's okay for some of the characters, but I think overall it was quite weak. But then again, that game has an issue where the dialogue is not written very well to justify a character who never speaks. Even though, when you're in text, they do speak. Oh, here we go. Now we've got all the licensing for all their, like, middleware. Weird. Do we need to see the license agreement for, like, the game, for the software? That's weird. I guess it's just how they work. Yeah, like, this is... Some of this is, like, the license agreement for the font work, but why does the user need to read this? I feel like this should be... I guess it's because, you know what? This is why this happens now, because fucking video game manuals don't exist anymore. A lot of this stuff used to be in just the manuals. But now they don't have manuals, they have to put this somewhere, so it has to be in the game. God. And I... Okay.
Joanna Kruger, CEO of Kruger Holdings, today announced the successor to Gabriel Kruger, head of Kruger Sec and missing since the terrible events in Glass recently.
Yeah, the city's called Glass. What was that other city name we saw?
Well, I have to go. Your sister's the new head of Kruger Sec. Interesting. Plastic made a breakthrough with Kuma. I'm off.
Okay, there was a post-credits cutscene. I did remember that, right. So I had to skip at some point. I wasn't waiting for more credits at that point. When we're getting fucking license agreements for the font and middleware.
Rid of that crap. That's one I owe you forever, Faith. So, what are you gonna do next?
I'm gonna run.
Nothing! Because they're never making a sequel! Oh, it's sad. Oh, hey. Oh, look, you don't even buy this upgrade point. Alright, just buy that anyway. Like, yeah, I don't think this even unlocks a secret submission at this point. Oh no, there's one more. Shit, look. Okay, that's funny. met Beatrix. Oh, weird. This is like alluding to the that comic that I haven't read. You met Beatrix Bloch briefly shortly before your capture 2 years ago, and the two of you had a short but honest conversation. She might be high caste, but there is still something you can relate to her, in her. Now she needs your help with something, though whatever a woman like her might need help with is beyond you. Alright. Yeah. This is where you can kind of show off, like... I'm trying to think of, like, where the furthest point is. You kind of notice that now that you look at the map like this, you can kind of see that it's not a big round open world. It's actually quite... This is what I mean by it being linear. Like, it is, look, it's a path. Like, all the like, this is the bit where it's a bit open here. But once you're done, even this is kind of like in a line like this. And then, yeah, even this. I guess you would start from here. You would start from the Black November HQ. Or you would start from up here. But that's kind of like the furthest point. But, yeah, I forgot there was a mission post-game. So, hey, more stream. Sorry about the credits taking so long. You know, I do think it is important, but when credits get that long, it's really hard to start noting names and appreciating and be like, oh, this, you know, that person did a good job. Oh, that's cool for them. Because, you know, you get to that point where...
What the hell did you do to bring down Krugersec on you like that? Must have angered the wrong people.
But, yeah, when you, have that many names, like, you can't keep track of them all. And then you start getting to the point where you're trying to discern, okay, well, who worked on the game and who was, like, the IT support that worked at EA. And because EA were managing the project, they get credited kind of thing. Weird. I got that one, but I didn't get the... Okay. Oh. I guess the floating icons there is kind of there to help you find a lot of those. Also, the fact there's like that's there makes me think that there's a lot of deliveries I've not even unlocked. I think maybe as you complete deliveries you unlock more.
I honestly never expected to see you again.
It's been a while, hasn't it, Faith? Ours was one of the few honest conversations I've ever had. What happened to you?
I screwed up. They put me away, and now I'm out.
And you're also the main topic at a great many cocktail parties. Kruger hates you and your kind.
The feeling's mutual. What can I help you with, Beatrix?
Well, since we last met, I've gotten married. A corporate union. His name is Peter Bryson.
And you had no say in this?
It was a board decision. An attempt to further unify Bryson Industries and Cascadia Logistics.
Man, this is... That's huge lore about the world.
Be okay with it, duty and all.
That corporates are run like families?
Peter likes to argue with his fists.
Want me to break his wrists?
Tempting. But no. I want to divorce him, and I think I know a way. Rumor has it that he's
like that's...
Aurora LePan Tanner.
It's a really interesting take on a cyberpunk world. I don't think I've seen a cyberpunk world where the corporations are run like bloodlines.
I'll do it. Send me the locations.
I will. Thanks, Faith. I'll owe you one. A big one.
Wonder why this unlocks like when you beat the game. Because it definitely was not... Definitely was not on the map earlier. Stop scanning my grid print.
Faith, the first bug should be placed at his favorite restaurant. You need to watch out
guarded due to the bombings lately. Faith can easily beat up at least 10 Kruger Sec. Maybe even 20. Kuma says she's the best fighter he knows. Wait, who's this? I'm Plastic, and you're Featrix Block. Heir of Sick as Katie Logistics, married to Peter Bryson. Not for much longer, I hope.
I wonder why there's so many people here. Knock him over.
The restaurant has an outside terrace where Peter usually sits. Place the bug there.
Yeah, okay, so this is considered an area that people live in and do stuff, but there's just no one there here. Very odd. Okay. Okay. Well, there we go. I like, by the way, that there's... You do see a little bit of people. It's just weird. It's... That's why maybe going linear might have been the better option, because this world feels too video gamey. But, you know, like, Breath of the Wild manages it.
Placing the first bug.
Next place is his little hideaway apartment. I know he takes her there all the time. What is this all about? Who are you again? I told you already. I'm Plastic. Faith is my friend. Well, Plastic, my husband is an abusive, ego-tripping cheat, and I want to divorce him. So why don't you? Faith is helping me by planting these bugs. Oh. Okay. There's a balcony right outside the bedroom. Plant the bug there.
I still like Plastic.
Listen to him sleeping? Not exactly Plastic. His mistress will be there too.
Didn't realise she was so innocent. You know, I don't think I realised you could jump on top of those umbrellas. Hang on. There we go. Like, yeah, apparently these are just
The second bug is in place.
apartments, so everything's open. It's a very weird design.
I've sent you the location. Thank you so much for doing this.
I guess maybe the idea is that they're going for, play devil's advocate, is that because this is a high caste area and the world is so segmented by class and ruled that way, that they feel so secure that they can live in this like shared living space. Wait a sec, which way are we going? Oh, here we go. The runner vision did not really point me in this way very well. Here we go. Wait, was that it?
That's it. All done.
And the alert has been triggered. You should get away from there.
Hope you get what you need, Beatrix.
I'm sure I will. Thanks again, Faith.
That's a weird submission to, like, hide to post-game. Are there any more? By the way, I think those documents you can actually read. Yeah. Like, this is what I mean by... It's weird, you know, how much, like, interesting lore stuff there is, but it's all kind of stuck in this side stuff. I think if there wasn't a story, you know, because you can do environmental storytelling with audio logs and things like that, you know, because Bioshock does it okay. I guess maybe that mission did unlock earlier, but I didn't see it on the map. There we go. So that's the last two upgrades. But from what I remember, you don't actually have to do that much story content to unlock it. That was a bit of an anticlimactic ending. I'm sorry about that. You know what? Let's fast travel down here. It just feels weirdly unresolved here. The Black November stuff. It's like, I'm pretty sure if you don't get the audio logs, you don't even get a confirmation they're the ones that blew up the Shard building. Oh look, here's this lady.
The hero of our times.
Okay, she has nothing to say.
Hey, over here. I need this delivered to a friend in one of the other cells. Rebecca doesn't know. It's just a small flute, but I know she loves to play. And be careful, as it breaks easily.
Alright. I'll do one of these quick. It's a weird one considering we have to do this here. Alright. I know with some of these there actually is a lot of story hidden behind these. Oh. Oh, messed that up. Okay. That's on me. I was trying to, like, land early so I didn't have to do the roll. But I think there's not really anything else to show. I'll finish this mission and see if... Because I have a lot of false memories about this game. I had a false memory that Celeste made a cameo in the game. There was like a side mission you did where you like interacted with her. Obviously her story was different than Mirror's Edge 1. But I had a memory of her being in this game. I guess she just isn't in this game. I mean, fair enough, like there was like not much to her character in the first one. Outside of like how she looked. But why do I remember that? Maybe it's just there's a runner NPC you see that's like very obviously supposed to be her. Okay, let's just play it safe. Now, this is what I kind of mean, though, by you notice that the world is quite linear. Because this... Anytime we've travelled through this area, this is always the path we've had to go down. Outside of, like, picking up the grid leaks.
Hey, that's me, right?
Yep.
Wow, I didn't think he'd do this. He knows how much I love.
I noticed a lot of the runners just like have a crazy amount of eyeliner and eyeshadow on.
Thank you for helping out.
Not that I'm complaining. No, that's it. Yeah, I know. Just the way the world leaves off as well. I guess I must have done all the billboards. It's kind of weird because some of these I've looked at and I struggled at. Though if you look here, this gives you an idea of like how many fucking grid links there are in the game. God, there's so many of these dashes and deliveries, diversions. There's a security hub I missed. I think that's the last security hub, actually. But I don't remember if anything else unlocks. You know what? Just out of curiosity, I'm going to go to game FAQs and see. Oh. Oh, sorry, Ghostfaced. Oh, I'm sorry. My OBS is being weird today, and it's not showing my chat window, and I forgot to fix it. If you're drinking, drink responsibly, be safe. I'm not gonna judge you. I definitely, did a little bit of partying when I was younger. I'm finishing up here soon though, because we really don't have anything else to show of this game now. Now we don't even have a collectibles archive. Nope, this is literally just how to get all the select collectibles. Yeah, that's how you get all the recordings, all the documents, and then all the, like, world building stuff. Interesting. That's a decent guide, but that's quite telling that if you look up Mirror's Edge Catalyst on game FAQs, they have one guide. Like, I'm not surprised. And I can't imagine there's much of a speedrun the scene. Even though, like, they do, if you look through the missions, they do log your best time. Even the side missions. But they don't have, like, the split stuff that the first game had or anything like that. Alright, I think I'm going to end things here, though. Because, like, we're not going to go through all the recordings. It is cool you can at least, like, just read the transcripts if you don't want to go through it. But this reminds me, I didn't remember that the backstory about the family. Like, there's a lot of weird implications of, like, hey, your parents were up to stuff you didn't know about. The stuff going on with your sister. Considering the flashbacks of, like, them getting killed, it's done in, like, this disjointed nightmare way. It's actually, like, quite hard to follow what was even happening in them. The only thing I didn't get a chance to show, and I think it's because I got it turned off, is I didn't get a chance to show any of the multiplayer beat stuff. Well, the asynchronous stuff. You know what? I should turn on, like, time logs for chat stuff. So yes, my bad. Sorry guys, I did not notice you were there. But I don't know why the fuck OBS. This has happened. This is the second time it's happened now where OBS, like the chat window, just disappeared. All right, well, I'm gonna go to full screen now. But there we go. So yeah, this is why I need to fix it. I'm gonna fix it now that I'm gonna also have a chat log kind of visible when I'm doing gameplay, but we need to do some stuff to make that work. But there we go. If you like Mirror's Edge 1, I still think you'll get a lot out of this game. And no, I'm not going to stream it. I think the most fun you can have in the game is at this point, where you're just running around the world, just picking up the grid leaks, just kind of doing whatever you want. Oh, welcome to the chat, Starlight Hexagon. You've come in with me finishing the stream, actually. Sorry about that. But, welcome. I still appreciate anyone who comes in to see. But, yeah, Mirror's Edge Catalyst is over. But Mirror's Edge is not done on this channel. I'm going to do a mod showcase at some point. I mentioned this earlier, but I'll mention it now, just for anyone tuning in at the end. We're going to look through mods for Mirror's Edge 1, because people have made tons of custom campaigns, and custom time trial maps, and open world map. Just really interesting stuff there. I believe there's also some multiplayer mod, but I need to look into that. I found a mention of it in like another mod, but I didn't see it on the ModDB page, so maybe it's hosted elsewhere. But look forward to that in the future. But what's coming up next on the stream? Okay, Sunday, my regular stream day, I'm going to continue Resident Evil 2. We're got to finish off the RPD. And then do the sewers, which is, unlike the remake, it's actually quite a big section there. In a remake, like, doing the RPD is like half the game, but we've got quite a lot to go. But yeah, we've got the like back half of the little bit of that. But also, I think what I'm going to do, now that we're done with Mirror's Edge Catalyst, is I'm going to get back on Dark Souls 3. Now that I have the physical edition with all the DLC, we're going to go back to that. We're going to do the Dragon Peak area that I miss, and then obviously we'll do the 2 DLC stuff. And that will probably be Tuesday I'll do that. So look forward to that, if Resident Evil 2 is not your thing. And then I've got to think of what else I've got to stream from then. But we'll just stick to 2 games for now. I don't think I stream often enough to kind of cycle 3 at once. So yeah, look forward to that. If you want to catch up on anything or see updates and stuff, I should do this more often. Check out my Twitch page. That has all the links to my Twitter and to the full VOD channel where we update stuff there. I'm also slowly, very slowly, mind, slowly working on turning one of my channels into a highlights channel, but I need to do more work on it and make actual highlights. That's literally all we've put up there so far is a couple of clips and a short, so. But check them out there. You can always look at past streams if you're curious, because I know even from my personal Twitch viewing, like, Twitch is not the best place for watching archived streams. It's great if you want to see like chat archive, but it's not great for watching long form stuff and having to pause and come back to it and making playlists and favorites and all that. So check those out. Follow me on Twitter. That's where you'll see stream updates, and also I need to get on it. I'll tweet some more random stuff. I do also have a just chatting stream planned. I don't know when yet. I've got something for it though, but I need to make sure I've got some stuff set up for it. But in the future, because I haven't covered this. We'll probably cover this the same day we do that. But I'm a bit of a video game collector myself. But yeah, I do collect older games. I'm not one of the best or even the rarest. Like, outside of, I pretty much don't collect anything older than PlayStation 1, Nintendo 64 era. And even then, I don't really go out of my way. Most of my collection is later than that. It's all like 2000 onwards. Though I do have some random rare stuff from before then. But with a lot of old consoles, you now have to keep them working, you do have to know how to fix them and modify them and things like that. And I feel really bad I've never really learned any electronic stuff, and I want to maybe start doing that on the stream and finding people who can help, things like that. So I plan to do some cam streams, like real, like IRL with a desk, and work on stuff like that. But I don't have an exact day for when I'm doing that. But that's a tease, just a little tease for the future. Oh god, I gotta sort out the jaw in this mask. It's not moving all the time. And also, I do need to show off that steering wheel again. I've just shown off the clip. But I need to take a break because I realised I fucked up my chronic pain leg using it too much. But that said, I hope you enjoyed the show. I was your host, Johnny Baghead. And, just get out, have a bit of a run. Do some parkour. I just remembered, I was going to do a joke where one of the streams I was going to go live with the parkour game on PSP and pretend it was Mirror's Edge. You know what? I might do that one random time. That's a teaser. But look out for it. But yeah. Have a good day, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. And I'll see you Sunday for more Resi 2. Bye-bye.